What's good? How y'all doing this afternoon? Welcome back to another episode of Forever I Love Atlanta Sports Podcast. It's your three guys in the room, hometown crew, the Don, Tyrone, and Blake. Hey, what's good with y'all?
Good. How you been, Don?
I'm good, man. I'm good. Hey, Tyrone, can we hear you?
Can you hear me?
I can hear you now. All
Okay,
right.
okay.
Just want to make sure. All right. Before we get into the show, hey, y'all already know what to do. If you're new to the channel, hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this content out with Atlanta sports fanatics, and hit us up in the comments section. As always, come holler at your hometown sports podcast. All right, so we gonna go ahead and do our Sunday show, and we're gonna pretty much highlight what happened in the open practice yesterday at the Mercedes-Benz Stadium. In case you guys don't know, Tyrone and Blake, they was both there representing FILA Sports yesterday, and I'm gonna let them, share what they saw. I wasn't there, unfortunately. However, I saw film and videos from people who were there, and read up on articles of beat writers who was there. So I only can give y'all what I've witnessed so far. So I'm gonna go ahead and start with Blake. You know, some good take. What was some good takeaways yesterday in the practice?
I mean, as a Florida fan, it was great to see how much of a mismatch Kyle Pitts really was out there. The dude was electric. He did have a couple drops on a couple routes that looked like he wasn't quite, uh, you know, correlated with those yet. But I love the way that Arthur Smith was able to mix up him and Hayden Hurst's role. He used Pitts in the slot at the tight end position, but in other ways, he was able to get Hurst in motion in ways where he's able to utilize both those guys, and I really love that.
I
Okay.
I love seeing Kyle Pitts in the slot. Um, I think I told Blake as soon as I got there because I got there a little late. But as soon as I saw Kyle Pitts line up in slot, and I was like, yeah, that's a mismatch. No matter who you put on him, I mean, you can put Dion on him, and he's still faster than Dion. You can put Foye on him, he's still faster than Foye. And those
Bigger than him.
and he's bigger than him. Like so, he's a great target across the middle of the field. You got to see a lot of the other guys get playing time. Our running backs look good. I think our running game this year, it was a lot of. You could tell we were going to run the ball a lot more. I will say that because it wasn't all pass happy. You got a lot of runs in there, something that we haven't seen in a while. So I was able to see us run the ball. I think I enjoyed that. I don't know. I can't think of that guy's name, but he had a great day.
Huntley.
Because every time, yeah, Huntley. I don't know who Huntley. I don't know if he was like on our free agents or not, but he had a great day. I mean, he looked electric out of the backfield. He broke one for like 30. I mean, they were playing two hand touch, but he still broke one for about 30, and it was just like, oh, he's fast. Like he doesn't look like he should be that fast. He's really built, but I think he's gonna be a good addition. I don't know if he makes the roster, but he's really a good back. I feel like he'd be a great backup.
And I think I was saying this to you, T, and I know, Don, you want to say something. I think he's going to be a great change of pace guy for the running backs that we currently have. Mike Davis is a guy that is going to run through you. Same with Quadri Ollerson. Brian Hill's been known to do the same. If this Hunley kid makes the roster, I tell you, I think he's going to be a great addition to this running core because he's a guy that can just get out in the open and run.
Yeah.
So,
All right. So, I've said this before about Kyle Pitts. Just not even just Kyle Pitts. You got Pitts and Hayden Hurst, and you got a guy like Jaden Brown as well. Those three guys are dynamic when it comes to tight ends, and those three are going to be a linebacker's nightmare this season.
Yeah.
Like Arthur Smith is going to find a way to pretty much expose if we playing teams that have a horrible linebacker core, those guys going to eat.
Yeah.
does
Far
that
as
mean Tajee Sharp goes to the practice squad?
what'd you say?
Does that, I guess, in that cause, would you say that Tajee Sharp also has a lot of talent? You think he ends up maybe getting moved to the practice squad?
I don't know. It all depends on how many receivers that they gonna
We want to
want to ship
bring.
out for the year. Like we don't know yet. We don't know what the 53-man roster is gonna look like. Um, but I do expect that we're gonna have two tight end set. That's what we're gonna have.
Yeah, I think Jay. I think we keep. I feel like we keep all three.
You got to
But
keep Jaden Graham because how the way the system you running outside of Jaden Graham, we know Pitts and Hayden Hurst they gonna play, and
yeah,
then you got Jaden Graham. Outside of Jaden Graham, who do you have as far as the tight ends that can catch, you know, the ball? Yeah, you got
yeah,
Lee Smith, but Lee Smith that's not his role
he's
to
a
be
He's a
out
blocking,
there
blocker.
he's a
catching
blocking tight
passes.
end.
He's a blocking
Yeah.
tight end.
So I think for us, we can always you can always speculate, but I think Graham, I think he makes the team. I think he makes the cut. I think like Wallace has said, if Huntley's probably gonna go to the practice squad, if Austin makes the squad, I think it'll be something like that. I think we keep. I think we all know we're gonna have at least four to five receivers, maybe even six.
Yeah.
So I definitely can see Tajay Sharp be playing that receiver. I guess he'll get one of those spots. Zacchaeus, I think will keep that. I think he'll stay. It's a lot. I mean, we have a lot. We brought in a lot of guys that, and Cordell Patterson. Well, the only thing about Cordell Patterson is that you don't know if he's going to play running back, which he played a lot of running back in the game.
And he fumbled a couple times yesterday.
Yeah, he fumbled a couple of times. I mean, you can see him play a little bit and be like, yeah, he can play running back, but I feel like they probably gonna want him to play receiver more.
Yeah.
Of course, he'll probably do punt return or kick return, which you kind of sort of brought him here for a little bit. So it just depends on how we use these guys. I think that it's gonna be. I think it'll be cool to. I just want to see how it's gonna go. Going into next Monday, I think is the first preseason game. So
It's Friday.
Next Friday. So yeah,
This
look who's
Friday.
coming back
It's
to
this
town.
Friday. It's
Yeah,
like in
this
5
Friday.
days.
yeah.
This Friday we playing Tennessee.
And look who's coming back to town for that game.
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna play.
Man, he ain't playing.
No,
He gonna be on the sideline with a Tennessee Titans hoodie on. He's
yeah,
not playing.
you already know. I think
Yeah.
Harmon's playing opposite to him right now.
But you know it's gonna be a lot of Falcons fans that's gonna go to the game just to see Julio.
This is Julio. Yeah,
Just like they did, you know,
when
we
Vic
was
came back.
yeah, when we was trying to fight for a second seed in the playoffs in 2016, that last game of the season against the Saints, folks talking, oh, I'm coming to see Vic. Bro, we were literally fighting for a second seed in the playoffs. Y'all trying to come see a player that's suited up for us in over 10 years. Man,
Dansby hit a
whatever.
home run.
But anyway, King, what's good? It's gonna be Fabian Morrow who's gonna be opposite of AJ
Yeah.
Terrell. Fabian, I've been trying to tell people,
He's
Fabian is a good
Fabian,
deep.
yeah,
Yeah.
Fabian's sticky. He's really. I feel like people don't really realize because if you look at his film at like Washington, he might not look like that. He's a really sticky cornerback. Like he's actually really good. I think he's gonna. He didn't get a full month because we didn't have no much cap. But I think if he balls out this year, he can turn into something where it'd be AJ and him. I don't think we need to go draft the guy. Well, you have him here. And he showed he's pretty good. I think Fabian Monroe can really put out some numbers, and I want to see what he does with DPs. That's really all I want to see with a lot of these guys. So that's what I kind of said. Yeah, JV and Hawkins too. Yeah, I mean we got young guys, and you got these guys that are gonna have to learn. Like Eric Harris and Harmon said about Richie Grant and what's the other guy? I can't think of it. They're just here to basically be their mentor.
Yeah, Oliver?
Yeah, well, I don't know if Oliver's gonna play safety. I think he's playing more slot corner. But a lot of these guys, a lot of these older guys we brought in are here for like 1 year mentors. So these guys, like Richie, will probably start next year, and he'll at least have this year to learn from Harmon, and like
Kind of like how AJ learned from Denard last year. The same
Yeah.
concept.
it's gonna be
Bruh,
this type of
Fabian is
concept.
good. I'm telling King, Fabian is good.
Fabian,
he
I
is a
watched-
good DB. I'm telling you, like who outside of Fabian, who else on the depth chart that's gonna be on the outside?
I can't think of it.
Sheffield's going to be in the slot. So
Sheffield
Yes,
is not, bro. Sheffield and Oliver, they like neck and neck when it come to talent. Like, but for them to be second on the depth chart and play outside opposed to AJ, bro, like I don't trust them. We tried that last year. We tried that last year with Sheffield and Oliver, and both of them got grilled.
Yeah, I think and Sheffield got burnt. Who did he get burnt by, Blake? I can't think of who he got burnt
Bro, I
by.
don't even remember.
One of
But
our receivers
Sheffield,
burnt
he
him
got
on a route.
speed. Sheffield got speed, but his awareness is just god awful. Like, I
Horrible.
told people about Sheffield when he got drafted. Like, people need to understand, when I tell people about any Big Ten player, you need to listen, because I watch Big Ten football more than anybody. This
Fair
is
point.
SEC country, but I don't watch SEC. I watch SEC football, but I also watch Big Ten football because my team plays in that conference. I
Yeah.
saw Sheffield for a few years. Yeah, he looked good, but that conference was god awful. He didn't play against any good talent.
Yeah. I don't think Richie's gonna start immediately. I don't think Richie starts immediately. I think Richie gets. I think he might start like probably like I say week 8. I don't think he's gonna
Yeah.
start
I
in the
mean, that's what
beginning.
Deion Jones did. Deion Jones was
Yeah,
a round 2 pick, and Warlow and Weatherspoon played ahead of him most of the year, and he cracked into the lineup. I want to say that Tampa Bay game, which was
yeah.
like week 10 or so, and started the rest of the
No,
way.
no,
No, he
Dion,
got.
Dion, Dion played earlier than that. I remember it was a first. It was a team. It was a game that we played against New Orleans, the
Oh yeah,
Saints,
I hear that pick
and he
six.
struggled. He struggled the first few drives, the
Yeah,
first couple of drives, and then he had got a pick six
Yep.
of Drew Brees.
But he wasn't an everyday starter. I feel until then. Are you freaking kidding me? I'm talking about the Braves.
Bruh. We
um,
know, bruh.
at first, yeah, it was against Tampa Bay. That's what it says. He made his NFLD and first start in the
Yeah,
season opener against Tampa. Well, I guess his first start was in the was versus Tampa Bay in that the first year we played
yeah, that
on.
was the first game of the season.
Yeah, so I think he got he can. I don't know if he started. I remember Dion when he first came in. We had Warlow. Like I mean, we were trying. Like you gotta get these guys in, but you can't. You I feel like we're not gonna try to start these guys early. Like we're not in the Dan Quinn era where we gotta rush and try to get guys out now. I think we can have some time where
And
I
that
feel like
hurts some of those guys.
yeah, like you gotta groom
Pease,
them.
he's more. Pease is the type. He's come from that Bill Belichick, Nick Saban coaching tree. He's not finna just throw them out there. All right. He wants you to learn your job, learn and earn your job. You have to learn it in order to earn it too. So it's gonna, like I said, it's gonna be a few games you're not gonna see Richard Grant on the field because they are trying to teach him how to play his position in the NFL, what he needs to do. Not only that, they gonna have him watching tape of teams that we're gonna end up playing against this season.
Yeah. I think he's gonna have to watch some. I mean, he's NFL ready. We all know he's NFL ready, but you
Yeah,
still gotta give him some time. I think Michael Walker is
He's
going
gonna have a
to.
breakout year.
Yeah, I think he's gonna have a great year this year. I think because he's got a real person that's gonna believe in him. God, just so y'all know, the game is about to tip off the Hawks. If you watching this on NBA TV, um, but yeah, I think it's gonna be Michael. I don't know who. I don't think Dante. I don't know because I like Ogundesi, and Ogundesi's been getting reps in the first team. And I remember, I don't know. I always tell y'all to go back and watch that show. I did
And
a
I can tell
show
you, Dante
where
was a no-show yesterday.
he's not. I mean, I don't think he's going to be a show type of guy. I just don't see him in that light. Um, I just don't. I don't know, man. I don't think he can. And really and truly, I don't think he's gonna be the same Dante he was for years. Like I don't think he. I
yeah.
don't,
People, and we are playing in a 3-4 defense. You go
yeah,
back and you look at what Los Angeles did when he was on the Rams. I'm not saying he's gonna be that good when he was with the Rams. Not saying that, but he plays better in a 3-4 defense. All right. You go back when you come on now, come on, Blake. You a Florida guy, all right. When Fowler was at college, all right. What defensive scheme they was running down there in Florida?
24.
A 3-4. All right. Fowler is not good at 4-3. Dan Quinn and Thomas Demetra, they brought him here and they played him in a scheme that he's not good at.
yeah.
They asking this
We
man to. It's the same thing with Vic Beasley. You ask Vic Beasley to a guy that's 250 pounds or 240 pounds, give or take, on any given Sunday to put his hands in the dirt and go up against a 300 plus pound tackle. That's not the type of player he is. Fowler is good playing an outside linebacker. Yeah, he may struggle with covering, like tight ends and running backs, but you have him, you know, playing outside linebacker, rushing the passer. I promise you, he'll get more pressure and probably more sacks than he did last year.
That's why I say for Grady, Grady needs a DN that's gonna take some pressure off of him so he gets more one on ones.
Exactly.
Um,
And King, and to answer King's question, like, yeah, they had Aaron Donald, but when we talk about coaching, when we talk about scheme, this is what we've been telling you guys. Like, scheme and coaching means everything to a player. When you're not playing in the right, when the coaches put you in a position to fail, you're not coming out of that. You cannot escape bad coaching. You cannot escape a scheme that's flawed. You can be the best player on the team. You can be the best player in the NFL, and then you go to a team that runs a scheme that you have no familiarity with, and they put you in the wrong position. You're not going to shine. You're not going to be good. And that's
yeah,
that. And Wallace, that's what I'm saying. He's better playing in the 3-4 defense. Yeah, like I said, yeah, he had Aaron Donald in Los Angeles. But you look at Leonard Floyd too. Leonard Floyd, he played way better in Los Angeles when he was in Chicago. Even though, yes, Chicago, they've been playing 3-4 defense for a bit, but you go to a team like Los Angeles, you go to a team that has good coaching, like I forgot the dude's name. He's a Chargers coach now, but he was a defense coordinator for
Anthony Lynn.
Rams back then, huh?
Anthony
not
Lynn.
Lynn.
No, Brandon. No, he's not on the. He's not with the Rams anymore. He's a Chargers head coach.
Um,
I forgot his name. He was Brandon something. I forgot. I did a coaching scout on the report on him last year. So yeah, Brandon Staley. That's right, Brandon Staley.
Yeah.
So, but Leonard Floyd was played way better last year. So I'm not saying Fowler's gonna have like double digit sacks and stuff like that, but he's gonna play better than he was last year.
Well,
a
we
three
hope.
four bit is fit for him. You got to look at how he really plays because him being a DN that doesn't like putting his hand in the dirt. You wanted him to play in a 3-4 because he can play that outside role way better. Like you got a 3-4 with a front where he can either play linebacker or he can play um well he really can play linebacker or he can play DN. You definitely want something like that because for him it's like a I can maybe if I need to go cut he's fast. So you blitz him more than you can play him in coverage. I mean he's not that good at coverage. You can but when you blitz with him, he's so fast and strong. Like he's gonna get back there. So a 4-3 doesn't work for him because you might want him to play inside one play, you might want to play outside the next. You gonna want this man to run a 3-4 because he's just gonna be outside the whole time, and that's what you're
Yeah.
gonna use his speed. It's like he's fast. I don't think he's not that guy. I don't think that we brought him in here, spent all that money on him because we thought he could play a certain way. No, I think it was really because we just didn't have a good coordinator. That's why he didn't look horrible last year. It's not his fault. I really don't think it's his fault. I think this year he's gonna come out and he's gonna show you what he's worth. And mind you, we did his contract to where if he gets so many sacks, he gets more money. So if I'm him, I'm gonna go all out. That's how I'm gonna go at this point.
Well, I think you would hope more than half a sack, right?
Yeah, hopefully. Uh, the Hawks started 10-0 run, just so everybody knows.
And while we're on that, the Braves barely held on to a 5-4 victory over the Nats. So.
Hey, a win is a win. We can take it wherever we need to.
Yeah.
So, but the only issue I have with the defense right now is that nose tackle position. We're still lighting the pants at that, and
Did Marlon gain weight?
I think so. He gained a little weight, and then Dion gained weight too. They asked Dion.
Yeah, Dion
to
looked
gain a little
huge.
weight.
Dion
Because-
looks
Dion and
he-
Floyd were huge.
Yeah, Foye
Yeah.
looks ginormous, bro. I was like, yo, what happened? Like this
because
whole
they
offseason-
needed to bulk up, man. Like you go down the history, you watch Dean P's defenses. Those some big guys. We talking about Ray Lewis's and stuff, and Terrell Suggs.
I take a bar? No. Take that back.
But
So- in 2020 he was at 296. So I think he can go up to 300. I think they said he was 303. Um, which I think I want him at 303. I think that's probably where I want him
Yeah.
at this point because he needs to be 300. If he's gonna play nose guard, if he's gonna play nose tackle, he needs to be at least 300.
There's
Because you
also
get
that fine line though, because you don't want him to get too big where he loses that agility and that speed. So
yeah, I for him he was at 290 playing DN and was going crazy at Auburn. I think everybody, if you was a SEC fan, you knew Marlon Davidson because he had at
mhm.
least a sack a game. Like
Yeah, him and Derek Brown ate up that SEC West for a couple
Yep.
years.
yeah,
Yeah.
like that's what I'm saying. Like he's that guy. He just needs to be healthy. I mean, he went off of last year, no preseason, no nothing, no able to get healthy, and then now this year he's that Grady Jarrett even said it himself. Like he looks good, and I think that I know everybody wants to say like, oh well, yeah, you know they're gonna say that about each other, but I think Grady knows talent, bro. I think he's gonna take a spot where he knows he's not gonna lie about it. Like he's not gonna lie about somebody being bad. So I think we'll see it. I think we'll see it this year from him. To answer your question, Atlanta Nation, he's a hybrid to me. Uh, I'm gonna go through a whole D line thing one day, but he's more of a hybrid to me because he's so big. He can play tackle, and you can let him play that strong side DN at the same time. So that's why I say he's a little bit of both. But I can see him using a lot more. I can see them using him a little bit more D tackle than on the edge. I think
One
I
that's
person
why.
we need to talk about on the defensive line is Ogundeji.
mm,
That's who's
Boy.
gonna start. Ogun, this is gonna start. Mind you, I did my show. I told everybody last time I did my Falcons. I said when I did my show, I said our main question was he gonna start, and I had Miles Garrett on here, and we talked about it, and we had the conversation like if he comes out and he does what he does, he wins the starting job. Um, so yeah, I think I enjoyed him. What'd you have to say, Atlanta kid, about Marlon?
I think to go back to this question earlier about is Marlon going to be edge or defensive tackle, I think it truly comes down to the play of John Kaminsky and Dante Fowler. If Dante Fowler, as we talked about a couple minutes ago, if he can end up being useful and what he needs to do at that edge position, I think there's a higher chance that Marlon Davidson ends up playing on the DT. But then also falls on John Kaminsky. I think Don, you and I have spoke about this before in other shows. Kaminsky and Marlon are in that battle for that D2 D3 spot,
Mm-hmm.
and I feel like whoever plays better in that role could also have a higher chance of being defensive tackle. So if Kaminsky doesn't show what he's worth, I feel like Marlon is better suited at the tackle position as of now. But it could also go the opposite way. If Dante proves that he isn't worth that money altogether, I think that Marlon could slide down to that edge. So I kind of agree with you, T. It's going to be a hybrid, but I also feel like it depends on the performances of both Kaminsky and Dante Fowler.
Yeah. I like Marlon a lot. Like I mind you, I watched Auburn games. I like Marlon. I think Marlon has potential to be one of the greats. If he can be healthy and finish himself. So I think that's what you really want to see. Good job, Sharif. Um, I think that's what you want to see for him. But you just never know. You just never know what's gonna happen this year. Hopefully, he doesn't get hurt. Like Dante Fowler's whole COVID thing was really what messed him up in my eyes. Um, I think you give him a year, at least this whole offseason. You gave these rookies last year, a full offseason, which is something you kind of sort of needed to see from them. So I want to see what's gonna happen. I just want to see what the D line does. I think Ogundeji, who was one of my favorite picks, is going to be is going to be crazy good in my eyes. I think he has some good. I think he has a good, amount. Ooh, Sharif. I think he has a good amount of talent to do what he has to do, really and truly.
Do you think you guys could each get two players on each side of the ball that you think are on a make or break year as they have to ball out to stay a Falcon, otherwise they're gone? I think I have my four in mind.
All right. I'm glad you brought that up. On the offense, I'm gonna say Caleb McGarry.
Yep,
Um,
I agree.
Caleb McGarry, because you got two hungry guys, Dalman, and you have Jalen Mayfield, who can play anywhere on that doggone line. that wants a spot to start. All right, these guys, we did not draft these guys to as depth pieces. We drafted these guys to take over somebody's spot who's lacking and slacking for the past couple of seasons. So Caleb McGarry, you know, it's a make it break it year for him. My second pick on the offense, Olsen, he has to show what he got. They gonna give him a shot, and whatever he do with this opportunity is either he's gonna be here for the next few years or he's gonna be on the free agency market come the end of the season. I love Olsen, but he has to prove it. He has to prove it. Defense, like we said, we talked about Kaminsky and Marlon Davidson. Those guys, I think, to me, those guys in the well, I take that back. You got so many guys who can be make it or break it, and yes, Kaminsky, Davidson, and Oliver and Sheffield, all four of those guys, they got to prove this. They got to prove it to the team, to the coaching staff, that they are worthy enough to be on this roster for the next few years. What y'all think?
I literally took the same four. I was gonna say Olsen, McGarry, Oliver, and Dante. Um,
Dante, I don't see it. Doesn't. Let me be honest with you. Dante can ball out this year, and he's not coming back. We not gonna pay that much for a player like that. We just
I'm
not.
pretty sure he's on a 3-year.
Is he?
Yeah,
but
if he shows,
but it's kind of it's structured like a 2-year, so we can get rid of him. We can get rid of him this offseason coming up after June 1st,
yeah,
and we won't hit that. We won't be hurting the dead cap scenario.
Yeah, I think for him, I think my four, of course, I think it's right about the same. I don't know about Allison though. I think they're gonna try to like we talked about earlier. I think we're gonna groom him to if Mike Davis like we only keep him here for a year.
could Allison possibly be a fullback replacement for Keith Smith? I have no idea. I feel
No,
like that's
I do not want. I do not want Olsen playing fullback.
No, I can't see Allison playing fullback. He's more of a running back than he's a fullback. He's strong. I mean, I'm not gonna doubt he's
Yeah,
not strong.
but I seen
Something
tape
to
on
do
him
with
trying to
it.
block people, and it's not. He can block, but having him block 67% of the time, because that's what most fullbacks do, and I don't want him doing that.
I
Yeah,
miss Patrick DeMarco himself.
Yeah, no. DeMarco, as far as blocking, DeMarco's light years ahead of Olsen when it comes to the blocking.
yeah, blocking, of course. I think Allison can stay. I don't know. I don't know. It's not really a floor. I think Kaminsky is one that and Davison. I think those two. I don't think there's really anybody else in the secondary. Like maybe Sheffield. One of the younger guys that we don't, or Oliver, maybe the guys we don't know really how they're going to play. Those two maybe. But really and truly, like I said, I think that's who I really think have the most. I think Sheffield has a lot that I have to see from him. I don't know how he's gonna do it. I don't know what he's gonna do. Sharif wide open. I don't know what they're gonna do per se. What we do in that secondary now that we know we got what's his name, the Rock. We got with Dwayne Johnson Jr. I don't know. We got some guys here that we brought in last year that are real dogs and really can really play. So I wanted to see how we run it this year, and then I'll say like mid-season I can say I think McGarry's thing is that his heart. I think it's not even a problem with him. His playing style. I think it's just his heart. I mean, you got to be careful with that stuff. I mean, he had surgery on it his first year here. In a couple years, like these last couple years, he's been on the pup list to start camp because you don't want to know how his heart's gonna react. So hopefully he comes in back and he's in shape and he can do some of the things he can do that we want to see him do. I think he can be. I have a lot of faith in these young guys, but I just don't know. I don't know yet. Hopefully they're good at what they're doing. I'll put it like that.
Yeah, but we, like with these guys, like I said, it's gonna be tough for a lot because year two under this regime, you're gonna see a lot of changes. We couldn't do that much this. We did a lot this off season with what we could do with the cap and then the draft picks. But next year is gonna be like we're gonna be more active in the free agency next year. I promise you that.
Oh, yeah.
So
Yeah.
these guys they got to come with it this season. Um, like I've read the article on Tori McElhaney, and she said the offense looked really good last yesterday.
It did. Almost too good because the defense couldn't stop him, which, it's been a problem the last couple of years, but I got faith.
Yeah. And I heard, and it was so crazy. I was walking out the stadium yesterday, and I heard somebody say why that Matt Ryan was trash and that he was, and that we need to get rid of Matt Ryan. It was some young guys, and I was just
Oh
walking
my
by
goodness,
like,
bro! I swear
why?
these
I was
people
like, they
good.
was like, what? I was like, why? We're in the middle of a practice. I was like, somebody said we should have got Trevor Lawrence instead of Matt
Oh yeah,
Ryan.
that was super easy, wasn't it?
No one was
Yeah,
getting. We were no one was getting Trevor Lawrence but Jacksonville.
yeah.
Like Jacksonville was not trading out of that number one overall spot to get a veteran quarterback or whatever. For us to get, we
When
wasn't
there's
getting
a
Trevor
man,
Lawrence.
when there's
We
a man literally giving donations to Jacksonville before the draft because he knew he was going to Jacksonville. Yeah, like come on, y'all, really? Like
But
come on.
I just like I don't like and folks keep sending up. I'm seeing just dumb takes of, oh,
Justin Fields, he still look good in red and black, buddy.
Justin Fields, and then folks up here talking about Felipe Franks and stuff. Felipe Franks, yes, he did look good in practice, but come on, to sit up here and say that he need to take bench Matt Ryan for Felipe,
No,
like y'all saying
no.
some off the wall stuff right now, man, and like
As somebody who
this is
watched
why.
Felipe 3 years, no.
And this is why I don't have conversations with people on social media like that anymore because like y'all make my head hurt with these dumb takes, man. I'm just being real.
I
Like
enjoyed I enjoyed watching Felipe. Like, but Felipe ain't gonna start no time soon. He's so raw. He's such a raw talent. How dare
You
you? Like,
liked it 'cause you blew him out twice.
yeah, like I liked him. I liked him. I like what I mean. I've watched him play. What for 3 years? He's played
Yeah.
Georgia all 3 years of college. So I've seen him play Georgia 3 times, and he was. I mean, he's
Blew him
not
out.
bad. Y'all lost. I mean, he's not that bad though. He's just a talent. I mean, he just has to learn. That's what I see for him. He just being behind Matt Ryan is going to help him. That's all I think. That's really all I think is going. I think he just needs to be behind Matt Ryan for a couple years. And AJ looked good himself. So y'all want to start AJ? It makes no sense what y'all be trying to do. Like it really doesn't. Jesus.
What's up, Anthony?
what's good, Anthony, man? Whether they like it or not, Matt will be here for a good while. He probably gets an extension. Yeah, they gonna have to give Matt Ryan. Let me tell you why it makes sense to give Matt Ryan an extension after this season. You open up more cap. That's the big thing, and we've been trying to avoid cap hell for the past few years. And
Thanks, Dimitrov.
with Dimitrov, we was kicking that can down the road. But with Fortnite, like he's not kicking it. We gonna end up creating more space. You give a guy like Matt Ryan a contract. You give him an extension. You don't have a person like Julio Jones on the team anymore who's gonna demand more money. So you can
I mean, you gotta
give
play.
him an
You gotta
extension.
pay Redley this year. That's the big.
Yeah.
Yeah, you'll pay
Gotta pay
Ridley,
Ridley.
but let's be real. We can or we cannot. Well, we won't. Like, and if we don't give Ridley an extension, okay, you just look for his replacement in the draft. Like we seen this happen so many times with Matt Ryan not having Julio Jones out there on the field, and he still can give you 300 yards and 2 or 3 touchdowns a game without a Julio. We seen this in 2013 when Julio was hurt, and I think Roddy White was hurt for a part of that year, and
We don't have Harry Douglas anymore.
Harry Douglas was your 1,000-yard receiver, but Yeah, but you still got guys like Russell Gage. You got a guy like Alumni Zacchaeus. You have and like this wide receiver core that's coming out of college this year. They're gonna look good too. So you can always. I'm not advocating for us to draft a receiver. I would like for Calvin Ridley to stay here, but how the way Arthur Smith's offense operate is gonna be through Kyle Pitts, and they may end up, and it's cheaper to me. It's cheaper if you just give Hayden Hurst an extension versus Calvin Ridley. That's just my opinion right there. You save more money.
Yeah, you do. You actually do. But
Tight
just
ends
so
are cheaper than receivers, but
yeah, they always gonna be cheaper than receivers. But just so you guys know, Trey, Cam, and DeAndre are at the game, so all that little Cam getting traded talk, y'all can throw that out the window.
man, Cam ain't going nowhere, man.
I
I
d-
don't know what.
Trey just sitting at 5. That's a lot of money, man. That's a lot of money. But yeah, I think extend Matt, like you said, extending Matt gives you a lot more cap space, which I feel like people don't understand that. I feel like people don't understand how money works. And oh my God, Skyler. I don't feel like people don't understand how money works. In the NFL, it's not like you can be in baseball and sign all these people to a crazy amount of money. They don't, and I don't think they want to understand it. I think that's the
Man, this Washington football team guy said, "Just be quiet, bro. We'll see y'all in October. Sweat and Young gonna end your boy Ryan career." Man, these Washington football team fans got so hyped because they went 7-9 and barely made the playoffs. Man,
But then they say the same thing about the Hawks who made it to the ECR. So it's like,
yeah, like y'all doubted Atlanta. Y'all been doubting Atlanta sports for a while. I'm just let y'all keep doing it.
and
Um,
and I'm about to say this too. And he talking about Chase Young, but let's be real. With Chase Young, what happened with Chase Young the last time he went up against Jalen Mayfield?
got body. He got
Bruh.
body. He got thrown down the field. We was like, what? Like, yeah, I feel like if you watch this film, if Jalen Mayfield start, I feel like I'm scared for him because he gonna get killed.
so much for wanting Brady.
Oh, bro, let's not even talk about what happened when he played Brady.
Oh,
He got-
Brady.
I want Brady. I'm gonna get a sack on Brady with 0 sacks. Didn't even get no QB pressure.
Bruh.
Like-
And the Bucks O line wasn't even great. That was like the weak spot of the team last year.
And then they went out and drafted. I mean, they went out and drafted guy that one dude. They had a nice O line for him though. So I mean, I'm not. So for Brady, yeah, I want Tom. Like, yeah, that's you said you want. Like, it's the same way you can say about with the whole Washington football team. Everybody was like, y'all was talking about all that stuff about y'all were gonna y'all made the playoffs, and I'm not mad that y'all made the playoffs. But the division was literally probably the worst division in football last year. Like the worst division in football last year. So I don't want to
Exactly.
hear
Everybody that whole division was trash.
I think the whole division was like 7 and close to 7-9 or something like
Yeah,
that.
like like I said, bro. Like, and that, you gotta think about it. That East, the Giants look like they gonna be good. I ain't gonna say good, but they look like they gonna improve. And then
And they
I'm
get
telling
Barkley
people
back.
about the Eagles. The Eagles, they gonna look like they improve too. Like, I like the Nick Sirianni hire. Sirianni is a good coach. So Washington think they just gonna steamroll over everybody and make and win the division. Like, y'all tripping. And then y'all had an easy schedule last year, and y'all still went 7-9. Y'all still went 7-9. So, man, whatever.
And to make
Atlanta
it funny,
Nation,
Don, and
You
I'm
say-
sure you remember the 2014 season, the NFC East, or excuse me, the NFC South, worst division in football. The Panthers won it at 7-8-1. We were 6-10, lost the last game of the season. But then you look at it
Exactly.
2 years later, the division was the best in football. The Saints were a playoff team. The Panthers were back in the playoffs. The Falcons had 11 wins. It can happen. We're not saying it's impossible, but as of now, that division is so wide open.
Exactly. Did y'all hear about Michael Thomas ignoring the Saints? Yeah, we heard about
That's
that.
hilarious.
We-
That's
yeah.
hilarious.
I
Oh,
mean, he's a slant boy anyway.
yeah.
Yeah, they made the playoffs because they were trash. Yeah.
Yeah, that's the main reason. I've really, and it's so funny that my mom's a Giants fan. It's so funny. Like, even last year, she was just like, everybody sucked. Like, she's talking about the East. She's like, everybody sucked. Like I don't know. Like she was like, the playoffs don't matter for us. Ain't nobody gonna win. Like, is she? Because my uncle's a Cowboys fan. She's like, ain't nobody gonna win. So what's the point? She's like, you can beat us and then still lose. Like it doesn't matter about record in the East. It's more about pride for them, I guess. Like I don't like they're not that good. They're not. I think they can flip, but I don't. The Washington. I don't even know who their quarterback is gonna be this year. So like it's gonna be it's gonna be a weird season for the East again. Hopefully Dak's healthy. I do like to see Dak play sometime. But they almost pulled out some upsets. Yeah,
Bro, that Cowboys gonna be trash. That defense gonna be trash.
that defense is gonna be horrible.
Don, I don't know if you saw my tweet the other morning, but it was absolutely hilarious seeing all the Cowboy fans giving him all the praise for winning.
Bruh, let's be real. Cowboys fans, every single year they say they're gonna make the playoffs. They're gonna win the Super Bowl, bro. They ain't did nothing since 95, man.
They've won 3 playoff games since then. The Falcons have won 3 in the last 4 years.
Yeah,
Like,
I anything Cowboys fans say, bro, I look, I ignore it because I don't know what they smoking or drinking or whatever the case may be, but I just, I don't give the Cowboys no shine, man. I just really don't. So.
It's just hilarious. A lot of Cowboy fans are the ones that still, try to use the 28-3 term. And I'm saying you guys got that man at your helm now, that quote unquote fixed your secondary. And I know Keanu and KZ, who have a love story with DQ, decided to go down there with them. But please tell me somehow, some way, that you guys think you're going to sustain that over a 17-game season. It's just not going to happen. I get that being a quote unquote coordinator for an already developed Legion of Boom team in 2013 is apparently still qualifiable for being a good.
But you cannot use that. That's an outlier because Pete Carroll was the mastermind behind that Legion of Boom.
Exactly.
And when Quinn was at Florida, it wasn't.
That was
even
one
him.
Muschamp's defense. He was one of the best defensive minds at the time. And
that
then people say, "Oh, in Atlanta, he only had 2 good players." You're telling me in 6 years, a defensive guru can't develop more than 3 good defensive players? Come on.
And we drafted Vic Beasley in 15. You drafted Keanu Neal in 16. Deion Jones, like both 15 and 16, you drafted your first 2 picks for defense because you drafted Jalen Collins in 15 too with Vic Beasley, and then in 16 you drafted Keanu Neal and Deion Jones, and then 17 you drafted Tack, and then you drafted Duke Riley. So you went 3 consecutive years. Your first 2 picks defense, and you can develop any of those guys.
And you guys remember 2019, right? We were 1-7 going into play. Drew Brees returning, and everybody's like, "Oh, the Falcons are going to absolutely blow it out." Let's be honest, we thought that too. We had 6 defensive sacks all year through the first half of the year. Dan Quinn stepped down from his defensive coordinator duties for that day to see what happened. The Falcons went out there and had 7 sacks on the 7-1 Saints.
I remember. Yeah, that game was crazy. Because my sister called and was like, "What is going? How?" I was like, "Dan Quinn not coaching."
Exactly.
When Dan Quinn doesn't coach, you can tell it was a difference.
Yeah.
I feel like for all of us at FILA,
he was sitting on his hand. He was sitting on his hands most of the time. But for
all of us at FILA, we want to keep you Cowboy fans up to date. You got to keep us informed on how you feel about DQ later in the fall.
Bruh, they ain't even got to keep me informed because I already know what's going to end up happening. They're going to miss. If they make the playoffs, if they make the playoffs, I promise you, their defense is going to be below average or worse. So if they make the playoffs, it's going to be because they play some piss poor teams and their offense got them pretty much. And Mike McCarthy, in his own right, is not even a good coach. You go look at his playoff record. Like, yeah, he won a Super Bowl 2010, but what did he do after that? Nothing.
Yeah.
So
yeah,
and that's the thing, man. With the Saints, they thought they were gonna put 40 on us. Like I said, as far as the situation goes with the Falcons,
I think it was 6 years, was it not?
Yeah, wait and see what's gonna happen. Like I said, I'm gonna be tuned in this Friday night when we play the Titans. Because I want to see what type of depth we have on this team and how coaching improved this team. You can tell by just watching I understand it's just a preseason game. It's like it's glorified scrimmage, but you're gonna see it. You're gonna see it. So just everybody tune in, and then we'll probably do a show after the game that night. We'll see about that. But hey, anything else y'all want to plug before we head up out of here?
I just want to say, Gal, for the Get to Know Some Baseball fans, I've been back in school, so it's been a little bit of a slow process getting the episodes out. But I promise you guys, as soon as I get settled in with the next couple of days, I will try to churn out as many episodes as I can because I know these guys got football season coming up, and we don't want too much going on. So don't worry, guys, I got you guys covered.
I want to say that this summer league team is looking kind of nice. Jalen
No
Johnson
Cam.
Jalen Johnson's been getting to the rim. Sharice looked a little bit struggling, but I feel like he's just got to get back in the rhythm. He only played both of these guys only played like 13 games. Like they haven't played basketball in a long time, so let them get back in the rhythm. Yeah, and it's a guy here. I don't know who number 26 is, but he's a dog. Jordan Bell might just have got a concussion. But yeah, I think that's about it. You want to throw the
No
spot?
stop for the last spot.
I can even throw the promo, Don. I can throw the promo real quick.
Yeah, go ahead and do the promo real quick, man.
Hey man, we gonna have to go talk about our official sponsor, our official energy drink of the FILA podcast, Raise Energy. Go ahead and throw our code in FILA SP on their website. You get 50% off your order when you check out. Hey, it's good stuff, man. If you want to try it, because it comes in cases on the website. If you want to try it, they have protein cakes and protein and energy powder and all of that stuff as well. You don't have to buy the actual drink. They have it to where you can use it for pre-workout and your pre-workout like protein and stuff. Go to Q. They have them at QT's. You can go get you one at QT and try it out yourself before make a decision.
Yeah, and I drunk one, a couple of days ago when I worked out. So yes, I do work out, by the way. So, and it was good. So, just use the code, get you a little discount because right now, economy ain't looking good, and everybody need to save whatever money they can, So, um, but yeah, so. Oh, let me go ahead and plug this. I will be doing a show here in like 7 minutes. I'm bringing Cody back on the show, who I had on for the NFC South panel a week or so ago. We're gonna be talking about who was the better MVP, 2016 Matt Ryan or 2015 Cam Newton. And already looking at my mentions right now on Twitter,
I'm already seeing them.
Somebody said Julio or Cam Newton didn't have Julio Jones. Okay, well. Well, I'm ready.
That MVP Cam lost to the Falcons.
He did. Wallace, I didn't know you was there. Wallace, you gotta give me your contact information. Someday.
Hey, I was there too, Wallace.
Yeah, we were both there. Wallace, if you if you got Facebook, if your name is the same on here as it is on Facebook, I'll follow you on Facebook. I'll add you. But yeah. Next time I'll most definitely try to see you at the Benz. It was really a nice experience though. It was pretty cool. Weird. I mean, we got to sit in a nicer seat. Got to sit really right at the 50, man. Like,
yeah, Don, those are some great seats.
Yeah, those are seats I want in the regular seats.
Man, I told y'all, man. Look, I when I pull up on games, man, I do it big. I just couldn't go yesterday. We had some arrangements already set, so I'm glad y'all enjoyed it and y'all represented FILA well. So appreciate y'all going. So
yeah.
So I'm about to go live here in like 5 minutes. So y'all stay on here. Share this out with other people. They come in because I already see some Panthers fans gonna come in here and try to troll and say dumb stuff. So hey, let's get ready. Let's get ready to go ahead and have them hiding up under the couch like cats do.
Oh man,
that's under the couch right now.
All right. So appreciate y'all coming on. Hey, if you're new to the channel, y'all don't know what to do. Hit that subscribe button, hit that like button, share this content out with Atlanta sports fanatics, and hit us up in the comment section. As always, come holler at your hometown sports podcast. It's your boy The Don with another episode of FILA Sports Podcast. Hey, I'm gonna see y'all here in a minute. And they'll do their shows later on. Y'all have rest of y'all.
Water break.
Yeah, but yeah, just take a water break. Go warm me up some popcorn or whatever, because I'm about to go live here in 5 minutes. I'll see y'all then. Peace. We out.